Yo, what is going on, everybody? So welcome back to our brand new video on the channel. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the Eagles trade a conditional 6th round pick for quarterback Gardner Minshew. So before we get started in today's video, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button to help me rank on YouTube and for the algorithm to help push out my new videos. Also, hit the subscribe button with the notification bell on so you guys will be instantly notified when I upload a new video or multiple videos, a couple gaming streams. Also, get in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think about the Gardner Minshew trade. Also, if anyone is interested in getting Philly Sports Podcast merch, my Teespring store link will be down below in the description. So go cop yourself some merch. Also, you can follow my podcast series, Sports Talk Podcast, every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put the playlist link down below in the description as well. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Philly Podcast YT, and you can follow me on Instagram at Philly Sports 97. And follow me on TikTok at Philly Sports 97 as well for more additional content or updates to the channel. So with that being said, let's hop right into it. So earlier this morning, we all know that Howie Roseman knows how to make a trade, sometimes make some dumb trades, but I feel like this really I know this has been talked about a lot. Recently, or technically today, by all means, but the Eagles have, traded their conditional their 2022 conditional 6th round pick in exchange to the Jacksonville Jaguars in exchange for quarterback Gardner Minshew. Now, I think this is a good solid pickup because obviously we have Joe Flacco on a 1-year deal, which is, I think, once that is done, I think Gardner Minshew is going to be the backup to Jalen Hurts this season, or probably in the next year or so. But I think right now, as we're standing as this team, we're going to have Jalen Hurts as our starter. Possibly Gardner Minshew is probably QB number 2. In case if Jalen Hurts goes down, probably have Joe Flacco as the third stringer. And obviously, in order to make room for Gardner Minshew, the Philadelphia Eagles actually released Nick Mullens, which I was planning to make a video about, but I think why not just talk about him in this video as well. So, obviously, Nick Mullens was never going to make an impact here anyways, but he was not that good of a quarterback. So now we're going to have a good 3-headed monster at the quarterback position. Not to mention, how he has bolstered the backup QB position, which something we really haven't had in a good chunk of time. But I feel like I think this is a pretty good solid move. In case we really need another solid QB to help back up, be it like a number 2 guy or even eventually a third stringer. It's just like I just feel like sometimes I get Howie Roseman gets the flack that he gets, the hate he gets, but the fact that he brought in someone like Gardner Minshew who has potential as well, in his first 2 seasons, he's thrown like 32 touchdowns and 11 interceptions with a 93.1 QBR rating, which, we all know that Jacksonville is bad. And the fact that, I think he really hasn't really, I think if he can find a fresh new start here in Philadelphia, I think this is going to really pay off well for the Eagles as a backup, just for hypothetical purposes. So if Jalen Hurts does go down, now, to the 6th round pick that the Eagles have gave up to the Jacksonville Jaguars in order to get Gardner Minshew. The conditions, basically say, he has to play at least 3 games, 50% of the snaps. So if that happens, that will turn into a 5th round pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars, which really doesn't make any sense to me, but I guess maybe the Jaguars can figure out something with it better than we do. But yeah, I think overall, I think this is a solid pickup. I think this is really going to help not say strengthen, but kind of, give a little bit. Obviously, Jalen Hurts is a young guy. Gardner Minshew is still young. So you got some youth at the quarterback position. But with this team overall, we're getting younger. Despite, we have some couple veterans, spread out in different positions. But I think overall, this team, even with Gardner Minshew too, I think that he's going to really help this team, along the lines, like I said before, hypothetically, if Jalen Hurts does go down with an injury, you got either Flacco or Gardner Minshew. For me, as much as I want to go with Joe Flacco because of the South Jersey bias, but I look at it a bigger picture. I think this is time for Gardner Minshew's time to shine. and with the Eagles uniform and the Eagles uniform. But maybe that's just my perspective of my objective perspective on things. I just like to see what we all know what Minshew can bring to the table, even though he's not the. I mean, he's not a good mobile quarterback, but he can still, if you really need like a screen route or a short passing game, Gardner Minshew can bring that to the table. Like people don't realize, even in Jacksonville. I mean, he was pretty good for his first 2 seasons in Jacksonville before they just completely gave up on him. Obviously now the Jackson when we traded to Jacksonville, obviously he lost out to Trevor Lawrence, who was going to now be the week 1 starter. So obviously he landed right into our laps after we traded our conditional 6th-round pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. But what do you guys think? What do you? Let me ask you this way: how do you grade this trade that Howie Roseman has made to the Jacksonville Jaguars? Put your grades down in the comments down below because I would like to. I will gladly, would like to see them. But with that being said, this is Rob from the Philly Sports Podcast. I'll see you guys in the next video.